An alarm bell woke the students across the dorms. They had to get dressed and ready for the day. Once they got ready, they headed to the canteen for breakfast. The system appeared as soon as Quinn woke up.
Daily quest number 2 has been completed. 5 XP received. 75 out of 100 XP.
Quinn was thankful for the convenient way he gained 5 XP by sleeping. A rumbling sound came from his belly. He felt hungrier than he'd ever felt. It hurt as though something was biting through his stomach. Must still be from the fight yesterday. The canteen was a large hall without any decorations. Quinn realized just how plain most of the school looked. It had simple white walls, no picture frames, and barely any windows. The architecture matched the simplistic style that took over after the war. No one had time for decorations anymore. The canteen had large tables that could seat 3 people on each side. There were no set seats in the canteen, meaning students could sit wherever they liked. Quinn noticed that low-level students sat next to the other low-level students. High-level students sat with each other. The school year had barely started, but the hierarchy already showed itself. He hoped the academy would be different from his previous school, but things were the same. A student came late into the queue while Quinn waited with Peter and Vorden. The student walked past them and cut the line. No one said a word in protest. Everyone understood why he got away with it. His power level was higher than theirs. Quinn hated this type of behavior, but there was nothing he could do. They looked for a place to eat once they got their food. Vorden pointed at an empty spot.
Why don't we go over there?
Peter blushed, unsure.
Are you sure, Vorden? That's a level 1 area. You don't have to sit with us if you don't want to. Right, Quinn?
Quinn didn't like the hierarchy, but he didn't want his friend to pay the consequences of sitting with him.
Yeah, don't force yourself.
Vorden tensed, getting angry.
Quit talking nonsense, you two. We're friends. I don't care about this stupid power level hierarchy going on.
The 3 of them then went to sit down with the other lower level students. The canteen filled up, but nobody else sat with them. Everyone could see Vorden's high power level. The other lower level students stayed away, fearing Vorden might bully them. As soon as they sat down, Quinn started to dig in without regard for table manners. He ate everything on his plate, even the bits he didn't like. Quinn eyed Peter's plate.
Hey, if you're not gonna finish that, do you mind if I take it?
Peter laughed awkwardly at Quinn's appetite.
Sure, man. Go ahead.
Quinn ate all of his friends' leftovers. Quinn also grabbed 8 bottles of water, since he wanted to finish his other daily quest. Drinking water helped him last time he'd been in the sun. Even though he'd gotten weaker, he didn't dehydrate. It was the only reason he managed to get through the testing at all. If they had to go outside again, then this would be a big help to Quinn. Vorden grinned at Quinn.
For a skinny guy, you sure know how to gorge yourself.
Quinn still felt a little pang of hunger that wouldn't go away. It didn't distract him. He only noticed it when he paid attention to it. Yet he knew it didn't make sense. He shouldn't be hungry anymore.
Daily quest number 1 has been completed. Reward, 5 XP. 80 out of 100 XP.
Quinn drank the water bottles, completing the daily quest. Now, only 20 points separated him from his first level up. He wanted to see what benefits the level up would bring him. Quinn recalled that he received the Inspect skill as an additional quest reward from his fight yesterday. He turned to Vorden and used it on him.
Name, Vorden Blade. Race, human. Ability, none. HP, 10 out of 10. Blood type, O negative.
The next 2 lines remained blanked out. Quinn paused for a second as he read over the information. The system stated that Vorden had no ability. Quinn squinted at his friend.
Hey, Vorden, can you still use Aaron's ice powers at the moment? Vorden rubbed the back of his head. Wow, I didn't know you were so interested in me. Actually, my ability resets every day. I haven't touched anyone today, except for you two, of course. But you two are duds for my ability. They talked until an alarm notified them that breakfast was over. Class would start soon. Peter and Quinn spotted Kyle on their way out. The defeated bully did not look as if he had been in a fight, much less lost one. Peter hid behind Quinn. Do you think he'll tell the teacher what happened? Quinn shook his head. I doubt it. It would be too embarrassing for him to admit he was defeated by someone weaker than him. It would only make him a target for bigger fish. The teacher for the day was Dell, the same person who had shown them around the school. The students took their seats. They chose to sit close to those of the same power levels, just like in the canteen. Vorden decided to sit in the back of the class, between Peter and Quinn. The other students noticed his behavior. They quickly started talking amongst themselves. One student pointed at Vorden. What do you think he's doing sitting with those bottom feeders? Another boy shrugged. I saw him sit with them in the canteen as well. A girl closer to the front pretended not to see it. Won't this cause a problem for the hierarchy at school? Won't the second-year students do something? Her friend also stared at the teacher. Yeah, if he keeps breaking the rules, they will definitely step in. Quinn knew this focus on one's power level wasn't just a school issue. The school was just the perfect example of how their society worked as a whole. As a higher-level individual, one would be guaranteed better jobs and better pay. The government offered support to high-level people, neglecting the rest. Politicians in charge didn't have a problem with this kind of system, since they too had higher-level status. The people with lower power levels would do anything the strong asked to curry favor with them. Lower-level people hoped that one day they could increase their power level if they did as they were told. Anyone who tried to upset this power system was quickly silenced. The group known as Pure existed for this reason. They wanted to fight against this system and re-establish dignity for all humans. The government branded them terrorists because of this. Dell coughed loudly to silence the gossiping students. He started his lecture before they could start talking again. He covered the Great War with the Dalkee. Dell wrote on the chalkboard without looking at them. When we were about to lose the Great War against the Dalkee, that was when they came forward. The originals. These humans had kept their abilities hidden for hundreds of years, only passing them down to their family. He paused and looked around the class. He wanted to make sure every student was paying attention. Thanks to them sharing their abilities with the rest of humanity, we were able to reverse the tide of the war and beat back the Dalkee. When we talk about an original today, we're either referring to the founders of that ability or someone from a family who refused to share their abilities with the rest of the world. Dell looked at them again, his face serious. We might live during peaceful times, but who knows when the war will start again. That is why you are here. The class finished, and students could take a break. Vorden, Quinn, and Peter headed outside to grab a snack. As soon as Quinn stepped outside, the dreaded message appeared. All stats have been halved. The three of them sat by a nearby bench. Quinn once again felt weak. Vorden looked at him with concern. Hey, are you alright? You look sick. Dude, you're sweating like crazy. Quinn tried to keep his voice lighthearted. Yeah, I just get hot easily. The three of them made small talk about what they experienced at their previous schools. A group of 6 male students approached them, interrupting their conversation. Each of them wore a black arm badge. It indicated that they were second-year students. One of them looked at Vorden with disgust. Looks like the rumors were true. A different student stared at Quinn with a hard look.
We have some business to discuss with the three of you. Do you mind coming with us?
That wasn't an invitation. It was a command. Quinn knew they couldn't refuse.
To know more, download the Pocket FM app and listen to the blockbuster audio series My Vampire System.